Hello, friends. Welcome to Trivia Over Tea, the quiz show podcast where we drink tea and play trivia. I'm your host, Matthew Cook, and I'm here virtually once again with our scorekeeper, Carter Zanke. Carter, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Just happy to be back on Trivia Over Tea.
Fantastic. Well, let's meet this week's contestants. It's a tenor showdown today. First, we have Albert.
Hi, I'm Albert Stanley. As Matthew said, I'm a tenor doing my master's here at USC. And I'm from Singapore originally.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for being here, Albert. And we also have Steph.
Hi guys, my name is Steph Lee. I'm a tenor as well, first year master's student, and I'm from Orange County.
Just like Singapore, I'm sure. At any rate, thanks both of you for being here today. As with all of our regular episodes, we'll have 4 rounds of questions today, each with a slightly different format. And so without further ado, Carter will explain the rules for round 1.
So round 1 is our first general knowledge round where we each get 5 multiple choice questions, and questions here are worth 10 points each. So if you get that right, you'll get those 10 points.
Alrighty, Albert, you're up first. Are you ready?
Sure, let's go.
Okay, question 1. When was Martin Luther King Jr. Day first observed as a federal holiday? A, 1969, B, 1986, or C, 1994?
C, 1994.
It was actually 1986. The bill that created Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day was signed into law by President Ronald Reagan in 1983, with the first observance taking place in 1986. However, it was not consistently celebrated at the state level until 2000, when South Carolina became the last state to make it a paid holiday for state employees.
Dang.
Question 2. In which state is the Great Basin National Park located? A, Nevada, B, Utah, or C, Idaho?
Let's go with B, Utah.
It's actually in Nevada. Because of its isolated location, Great Basin National Park is known for having some of the darkest night skies in the contiguous United States. Question 3. In the Odyssey, Odysseus chose to sail close to the sea monster Scylla rather than to sail past Charybdis, which was what? A, a rock, B, a whirlpool, or C, a giant?
B, a whirlpool.
That's correct. Yeah. Question 4. Baetica, Lusitania, and Tarraconensis were 3 Roman provinces located in what European region? A, the Balkan Peninsula, B, the Iberian Peninsula, or C, France?
Let's go with C, France.
It was actually the Iberian Peninsula. Baetica was made up of modern-day Andalusia. Lusitania was located in modern-day Portugal, Extremadura, and Leon, and Tarraconensis covered much of the remainder of the province, of the peninsula, not the province. And finally, question 5. In 1954, the St. Louis Browns relocated and became what team? A, the Washington Senators, B, the Minnesota Twins, or C, the Baltimore Orioles?
Can you read the options one more time?
Yeah. A, the Washington Senators, B, the Minnesota Twins, or C, the Baltimore Orioles?
Is it the Twins?
No, they actually became the Orioles. The franchise was originally founded in 1894 as the Milwaukee Brewers before moving to St. Louis in 1901. The Browns were the American League team in the city, while the Cardinals, who were established in 1882, were the National League team. And it was the first Washington Senators who moved to Minnesota to become the Twins. Yeah. Steph, are you ready for your 5 questions?
Let's get it.
Okay, question 1. Richard Nixon's Presidential Library and Museum is located in what Orange County, California city? A, Yorba Linda, B, Anaheim, or C, San Clemente?
Could you read the options one more time, please?
Yeah. A, Yorba Linda, B, Anaheim, or C, San Clemente?
Yorba Linda?
That's correct. The site includes his birthplace. The Nixons also lived at La Casa Pacifica in San Clemente during and after his presidency.
Gotcha.
Question 2. On January 18th, 1958, Willie O'Ree became the first Black player to play in what league? A, the National Football League, B, the National Basketball Association, or C, the National Hockey League?
C.
Which one did you say? Sorry.
C.
C, that's correct. The National Hockey League. Jackie Robinson had broken baseball's color barrier 11 years earlier in 1947. O'Ree played his entire career with the Boston Bruins and was inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2018. Question 3. White Sands National Park is located in which state? A, New Mexico, B, Colorado, or C, Utah?
What's B.
No, it's actually A, New Mexico. It was originally designated as a national monument on January 18th, 1933. It is the most visited National Park Service site in New Mexico. Question 4. Which of the following states does not have a city named Athens? A, Georgia, B, Ohio, or C, Virginia?
Georgia?
No, it's actually Virginia. Athens, Georgia is home.
Really?
Is the home of the University of Georgia, and Athens,
Oh
Ohio,
my
is the
goodness.
home of Ohio University. But there is no Athens, Virginia.
Goodness. Gotcha. Well,
And finally, question 5. According to the U.S. Constitution, who is eligible to be elected Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives? A, only current members of the House. B, anyone who is currently or has previously served in Congress. Or C, it does not specify.
could you say everything one more time?
Sure. According to the U.S. Constitution, who is eligible to be elected Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives? A, only current members of the House. B, anyone who is currently or has previously served in Congress. Or C, it does not specify.
I feel like it's B.
No, it's actually C. It does not specify.
It doesn't matter. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
While the Constitution does not specify that the Speaker must be a current member of the House, every Speaker thus far has been. So there
Okay.
you go.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, that's the end of round 1. So Carter, can you please give us a score update?
Well, we have Albert at 10 and Steph at 20.
Alrighty, and now it is time for round 2. So Carter, can you please tell us the rules?
In round 2, you'll get 5 open-ended questions, each on the same topic. Questions here with 20 points each. If you get one wrong, your opponent can answer for 10 points.
Alrighty, so this podcast is being released on January 18th. And January 18th is the birthday of a famous actor. And that actor is Kevin Costner. Do you guys know who Kevin Costner is? Okay, so we got one yes, one no. Okay, so that's not bad. Well, you're both are going to get questions about Kevin Costner and the films that he's been in. So hopefully, hopefully this will go okay. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
Albert, you're up first. Are you ready?
Great. Let's do it.
Okay. Question 1. Costner won the Academy Award for Best Director for what 1991 epic Western film about a Union Army lieutenant who travels to the frontier and encounters a group of Lakota people?
Is it The Last Mohican?
No, not that one. Steph?
19. Oh my goodness. I don't know. Backdraft. I don't know.
No. No, this one's called Dancing with Wolves. Costner was also nominated for Best Actor, and the film won Best Picture that year. Question 2. Costner currently stars in what TV series set in and around a national park?
Wait, who answers first?
You do, Albert.
Is it Yellowstone?
It is Yellowstone. He has been nominated for the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a television series drama. And I actually wrote this before the Golden Globes. Do we know, did he win? Anybody?
I don't know, actually.
Okay. Carter, can you look that up? Thank you.
Did Kevin Costner win the Golden Globe?
Yeah. Just see if he won. While you do that, question 3. Costner played Crash Davis, an old veteran tasked with mentoring a young, impulsive pitcher in what 1988 sports film centered around a minor league baseball team?
Oh, crap.
It's a great film.
All the guesses I have are going to be wrong. Angels in the Outfield, not correct.
No. Steph, do you know? No.
No. No.
Okay.
No.
This one's called Bull Durham. Take on the Durham Bulls. Yeah. The film also stars Tim Robbins and Susan Sarandon, and it is a great film. I actually watched it on a plane last month and had a great time. Carter says that
The answer is yes, but he couldn't go to the awards ceremony.
because of the rain.
The rain.
I just copy pasted some headlines, but yes.
That's funny. Fair, because I didn't go anywhere last Tuesday either because it was pouring here in Los Angeles. And allegedly it's supposed to rain today, although currently at my present location in South Pasadena, California, it is not raining. Is it raining where either of you are, Albert, Steph?
No, it's sunny.
Okay,
Finally dry after the last few days.
cool. Good to know. Alrighty, there's your weather report. Now back to trivia. Albert, question 4.
Great.
Costner was in the romantic comedy film Tin Cup with Rene Russo, which is about what other sport?
Let's go with hockey.
No. Steph?
Lacrosse.
No. I could say something really disparaging about lacrosse, but I won't. The answer is golf, actually.
Oh.
It was directed and co-written by Ron Shelton, who also directed and wrote Bull Durham. There you go. And finally, question 5. Costner played Elliot Ness, the leader of a team of law enforcement agents tasked with taking down Al Capone in what 1987 film? And my hint to you on this is, what's the name of the group of people? What were they called? Because that's the name of the film.
This is gonna be bad. Goodfellas. No.
Steph?
What year you said?
This was 1987.
87.
But again, what was the name of the group of people tasked with taking down Al Capone? They had a specific name.
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Okay. It's called The Untouchables. You heard of that? Yeah. And no, shaking hands, heads. Okay. Yeah, that was the name of the name of the group of law enforcement agents. Yeah, The Untouchables. Anyway, Robert De Niro played Al Capone, and Sean Connery won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for playing Jim Malone in the film. Alrighty, Steph, are you ready for your 5 questions about Kevin Costner?
Yes, let's go for it.
I think there's a couple of these that you might get right. So, yeah, we'll see. Here we go. Question 1. Costner played Al Harrison, the director of the Space Task Group, in what 2016 film?
Interstellar?
No. Albert?
What was the question? Sorry.
Costner played Al Harrison, the director of the Space Task Group, in what 2016 film?
Gravity?
No, this was Hidden Figures. The film starred Taraji P. Henson, Octavia Spencer, and Janelle Monáe. Yeah. Question 2. Costner also starred in what other baseball film? in which he plays a farmer who builds a baseball field that attracts the ghosts of baseball legends?
Uh, I only know one baseball movie, and it's not that. uh, but that's the only one I know. 42. I don't know any other baseball movie than that.
No.
No.
Albert?
Is this Angels in the Outfield?
No. No, this is Field of Dreams.
I'm-
Yeah. Among the legends that appear are Shoeless Joe Jackson and other members of the 1919 Chicago White Sox team.
Oh my goodness.
Only 3 more questions to go on this one. Question 3. In the 1992 film The Bodyguard, Costner co-starred with what singer whose songs were featured in the movie?
Whitney Houston.
That's correct. Despite the film being panned by critics, its soundtrack became one of the best-selling albums of all time and features some of Whitney Houston's biggest hits, like Run to You and I Will Always Love You. Costner was the one who suggested that Houston record the cover of Dolly Parton's I Will Always Love You for the film. Question 4. Costner played the adoptive father of what superhero, played by Henry Cavill, in a 2013 film?
Superman?
That's correct. The film is called Man of Steel and was the
Yes.
first in a reboot of the Superman franchise. And finally, question 5. One of the flops that starred Costner was what 1995 film set in a world in which the polar ice caps have melted and sea levels have risen 25,000 feet?
Oh my goodness. The Day After Tomorrow?
No. Albert?
Nope.
No.
I don't even have a guess.
Cool. The answer to this one is Waterworld. And at the time it was the most expensive film ever made with a budget of $172 million, and did not make that back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, that's the end of round 2. Carter, can you please give us a score update?
We have Albert at 30 and Steph at 60.
I have to say it was not the worst round 2 that we've ever had. So yeah, it was fine.
Great.
Okay.
Now it's time for round 3. So Carter, can you please tell us the rules?
Well, round 3 will be a lot like round 2, but this time we get questions on a variety of topics. Questions here are worth 30 points each. And if you get one wrong, your opponent can answer for 15 points.
Alrighty, Albert, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Question 1. What interstate highway provides the link between the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and the Houston metropolitan area?
I-45?
That's correct. It runs 285 miles from Dallas to Galveston, Texas. Question 2. Since Don Larson's perfect game in the 1956 World Series, who became the second pitcher in MLB history to throw a no-hitter in the postseason?
Complete game or?
Yeah, only one pitcher.
Oh, I know this one is not going to come. Oh. Nope.
No. Steph, do you know?
No, I don't.
No. Albert, if I tell you he was a Philadelphia Philly, does that ring a bell?
No, it's
No.
it's somewhere
Okay.
in there, but nope.
Yeah, this was Roy Halladay. Yeah, and as a member of the Philadelphia Phillies, Halladay pitched a no-hitter on October 6th, 2010 in Game 1 of the NLDS against the Cincinnati Reds. And last year, a combined no-hitter was thrown by 3 Astros pitchers against the Phillies in the World Series.
Christian Javier.
So there you go. Question 3. What is the only U.S. state to be located partially within the Central Time Zone and also touch the Atlantic Ocean?
Partially. So part of it's not in the Central Time Zone?
That's correct. Yeah. partially within the Central Time Zone, but it also touches the Atlantic Ocean. There's only
Georgia?
one state.
Is it Georgia?
Not Georgia. Steph?
Louisiana.
No. This is Florida. You were close, Albert. Much of the Florida Panhandle, including Panama City and Pensacola, is located in the Central Time Zone. Georgia's whole western border is with the Central Time Zone, but the state is located entirely within the Eastern Time Zone. Question 4. Prime Minister Paul Keating was among those who advocated heavily for what country to become a republic and get rid of the British monarch as their head of state?
Australia.
That's correct. The Republican movement in Australia culminated in a 1999 referendum in which Australians rejected becoming a republic and retained the monarchy as their head of state. And finally, question 5. April 15th will mark the first day of the World Championship of what cue sport played with 24 balls, including a cue ball, 15 red balls, and 6 colors? And that's in quotation marks. And I'll just tell you that my brother wrote this question. I would have had absolutely no idea.
Billiards.
If only it were that simple. No. Steph, do you know?
Could you read what, like, how many balls and what color?
Yes,
balls?
there's 24 balls.
24
There's a
balls.
cue ball.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I guess that's not part of the 20. Oh, okay. 24 balls, including a cue ball, 15 red balls, and 6 colors. That doesn't add up to 24, but we'll
go with that.
We'll go with it.
It's a sport. I was gonna
Apparently.
say poker. It's not poker. It's not poker.
It sounds like it's like billiards, but it's not.
Curling?
No. This is snooker, which I've heard of.
Oh.
What is that?
Yep, never seen anyone play it though.
Yeah, me neither. And where Mason got this information, Lord only knows. But there you go. Alrighty, Steph, are you ready for your 5 questions?
Let's get it.
Okay. Question 1. The only 2 secondary interstate highways in Orange County, California are spur routes of what primary interstate highway?
I-5.
That's correct. Yes. The 2 spur routes are the 405 and 605.
Yes.
Question 2. What company is the oldest publisher of dictionaries in the United States?
Merriam-Webster.
That's correct. It was founded in 1831 in Springfield, Massachusetts. George and Charles Merriam, they founded it as G&C Merriam Company. And then following Noah Webster's death in 1843, they bought the rights to his An American Dictionary of the English Language, from which all of their dictionaries are descended. So there you go. Question 3. The 2022 season marked the first time that what NFL team would play in a stadium with a sponsored name deal after Paul Brown Stadium was renamed Paycor Stadium?
Could you say the question one more time?
Yeah. The 2022 season marked the first time that what NFL team would play in a stadium with a sponsored name deal after Paul Brown Stadium was renamed Paycor Stadium?
The Cleveland Browns.
No, it's not them. Albert?
Let's go with the Patriots.
No, it's interesting that you say the Browns, because that was when Mason sent me this question last night. That was my first thought, and the answer that he gave, I was like, that's not right. And I looked it up, and sure enough, it's actually the Cincinnati Bengals.
Next
So you were on the wrong end of the state.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's tricky because the Cleveland Browns are named for Paul Brown, which is what confused me. But
Yeah.
The stadium is in Cincinnati.
Ah,
There you go.
okay. Got
Yeah,
it.
trick question.
Ah,
Question 4. What Beatles hit was also the title of their final album?
oh gosh. Final album. Gosh. Let it be.
That's correct. It
That's
was,
correct.
yep, that's it. It was the group's final single before John Lennon announced his departure from the group. And the album Let It Be was released on May 8th, 1970, a month after their breakup. And finally, question 5. The headwaters of the Mississippi River are located in what state?
I feel like is this a trick question too?
That depends, I suppose. I don't know.
Oh gosh.
Where's the source?
Mississippi.
No. Albert?
Colorado.
No. It's in Minnesota, actually.
Oh, what?
Yeah. The source of the river is Lake Itasca, located in north central Minnesota. So there you go.
Okay.
Well, that's the end of round 3. So, Carter, can you please give us a score update?
We have Albert at 90 and Steph at 150.
Oh.
Alrighty, now it is time for round 4. So, Carter, can you please tell us the rules?
Round 4 is our showdown, where you'll each get the same 3 questions. And we'll ask you to make note of your answers, whether it's writing them down, typing them on your phone, whatever you want to do. And questions here are worth 40 points each. We'll reveal our answers about the same time.
Alrighty.
All right.
Albert, Steph, are we ready?
Pulling my notes app on to write something down.
Okay.
All right. I'm ready.
Okay. Here we go. Question 1. What was the name of Monty Python's sketch show that ran on the BBC for 5 years? Alrighty, do we have answers? Albert?
The Mighty Boosh. No.
Steph?
I don't. Actually, I have no idea.
Okay. This is Monty Python's Flying Circus.
Oh.
Yeah. The show ran from 1969 to 1974 and was the first big collaboration between the 6 comedians that comprised Monty Python. After the show ended, they would produce their 3 feature films, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, Life of Brian, and The Meaning of Life. So there you go. Question 2. What Greek philosopher is said to have discovered that musical pitches can be translated into mathematical equations? Alrighty. Albert?
Pythagoras.
Steph?
Pythagoras.
That's correct. It is apparently Pythagoras. The discovery that the frequency ratio between octaves, the notes an octave apart is 2 to 1 and 3 to 2 for notes a perfect fifth apart is attributed to him. However, like most of his discoveries, whether he was actually the one who made them is unknown or doubtful
Poor
in some cases.
Pythagoras.
But it is Pythagoras. And finally, question 3. Hector Berlioz's opera Beatrice et Benedict is based on what Shakespeare play? With apologies to the good people of France for my half-hearted attempt to pronounce that French title. Alrighty. Albert, what is your answer?
Much Ado About Nothing.
Steph?
Romeo and Juliet.
It was Much Ado About Nothing. Yep. Benedict and Beatrice are 2 of the central characters of the play who fall in love in the end. Well, that's the end of the game. So, Carter, can you please give us the final score?
Yeah.
We have Albert with 170 and Steph at 190.
Very good. Well, Steph, you have won. Do you have anything that you would like to say?
I would like to thank, first of all, the Lord for bestowing me some the ability to take in knowledge and use it for events like this, the trivia tea.
Trivia
It
over
was
tea.
a
Yeah.
trivia over tea.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
and I'd
glad you
like
know
to
the
thank
title of
yeah.
the podcast on which you're appearing. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm overwhelmed right now.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Overwhelmed with joy.
I like to thank my friends for supporting me despite my shortcomings in knowledge of the world. Yes.
Very good. Well, that's our show for this week, folks. Thank you, Albert and Steph, for being on the show today, as well as Carter Zenke for being our scorekeeper and Mason Cook for composing the music. Today's questions were written by Mason Cook and yours truly. And thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe to Trivia Over Tea on your preferred podcast platform and leave us a review if you enjoyed it. And check out our Facebook and Instagram pages at Trivia Over Tea, as well as our Twitter account, also at Trivia Over Tea. And feel free to message us on any of these platforms if you have any comments or suggestions regarding the show. And tune in 2 weeks when we'll have 2 new contestants and 33 more fantastic questions. So thank you. We'll see you